Manchester United are on the verge of making history this week, and I'm not just talking about transfer business. Michael Carrick could be confirmed as the permanent manager as soon as next weekend. The summer rebuild is already underway, with 3 high-profile midfield targets linked to replace Casemiro, including a Real Madrid star and a Brighton sensation. Bruno Fernandes has just won the biggest individual award of his career, and one of our key players has picked up an injury that kept him out against Sunderland. There is a lot to unpack today. Manchester United transfer news, injury updates, a predicted lineup, and a match preview that could define the rest of this season. Stay right here, because the biggest update might still be coming. This is the Reds View, the home of everything Manchester United. I'm your host, and whether you are watching from Old Trafford or the other side of the world, you are in the right place. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video. Drop a like on this one if you are feeling good about where this club is heading. And let us know in the comments, are you excited about this summer? Let's get into it. Manchester United transfer news, and this is where things get very interesting. The biggest piece of business this summer revolves around one position, the defensive midfield. Casemiro's contract expires in June, and the Brazilian legend will be leaving Old Trafford. It is confirmed. The club knows it, Carrick knows it, and the recruitment team is already working overtime. So who are the targets? Target 1 is Éderson of Atalanta. According to Italian transfer insider Fabrizio Padula, Manchester United are preparing to enter new talks with Atalanta over their Brazilian midfielder Éderson. United were reportedly the very first club to make a move for the player over 18 months ago. And now, according to reports, the Red Devils are ready to break the €40 million barrier to get this deal done. Atalanta value him at around £43 million. Atletico Madrid are also in the race, but sources suggest they are not willing to match United's offer. Arsenal are monitoring the situation too. This one could move fast. Éderson is a complete midfielder. He defends, progresses the ball, and reads the game exceptionally well. He would be a perfect fit at the base of a Carrick midfield. Target 2 is Carlos Baleba of Brighton. According to sources close to the agents industry, Manchester United are considered front runners in the race for 22-year-old Cameroonian midfielder Carlos Baleba. United have held long-term interest in the player dating back to last summer. Brighton, of course, are tough negotiators, but sources now indicate they could be willing to discuss an offer in the 75 to 80 million euro range. Baleba is young, explosive, and has been one of the best defensive midfielders in the Premier League this season. United view him as a cornerstone of their rebuild, a player who can anchor that midfield for the next decade. Target 3 is Aurélien Tchouaméni of Real Madrid. Now, this one is a statement target. According to The Telegraph, United have placed Tchouameni prominently on their shortlist of Casemiro replacements. The 26-year-old Frenchman is arguably one of the best defensive midfielders in world football right now. He won the Champions League at Madrid, he is a full France international, and he is actually the player who was brought to the Bernabeu to replace Casemiro in the first place. However, and this is important, Real Madrid have no intention of selling. Tchouameni has no desire to leave. This transfer is described as far from easy. But if the situation changes and reports of a training ground altercation with Valverde have added some intrigue, United will be ready to pounce. Also worth noting, according to The Athletic's David Ornstein, Nottingham Forest's Elliot Anderson remains United's top midfield target in terms of an all-round profile. The 22-year-old leads Premier League midfielders in both passes and duels won this season. A versatile, high-energy operator. United are genuinely in for this one. And on outgoings, Manuel Ugarte's future is also uncertain heading into the summer, while Casemiro's destination is reportedly Inter Miami. Yes, linking up with Lionel Messi in the MLS. On Bruno Fernandes, Carrick has been unequivocal. Quote, "We don't talk about Bruno leaving Manchester United. The club wants to keep their captain. And given what he has done this season, that is absolutely the right call." From the training ground, Carrick confirmed last week that Casemiro is back working at Carrington following his minor injury. The Brazilian is expected to return to full training ahead of the Nottingham Forest match. Ugarte, who had a back problem in training this week, is also on the road to recovery, though his availability for next weekend is still being assessed. Šeško has been working separately with physios after the shin knock he picked up in the Liverpool win. No panic from the management, but the medical team are taking a cautious approach. Kobbie Mainoo and Mason Mount were both handed starts at Sunderland as part of Carrick's rotation. Mount in particular put in a solid shift in a deeper midfield role, giving the manager something to think about going forward. Let's talk tactics. Against Sunderland, Carrick made 5 changes and United played with a midfield of Mainoo and Mount without their usual base of Casemiro or Ugarte. The result was a 0-0 draw. The Black Cats were the better side for long spells. United could not create enough going forward. That tells us something important. This squad, when rotated, still lacks the depth Carrick needs to be consistently dominant. And it underlines exactly why the midfield rebuild this summer is so critical. Going into the Forest match at Old Trafford, Carrick will almost certainly return to his strongest available lineup. Expect Casemiro, if fit, to start in what would be an incredibly emotional farewell appearance. Mainoo beside him. Bruno Fernandes operating in the 10 role, looking to set a new Premier League assist record. Amad Diallo and Mbeumo or Cunha out wide. Šeško, if his shin allows, leading the line. Defensively, Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire are the likely centre-back pairing, with Dalot and Mazraoui at full-back. Lamon's the current number 1 between the sticks. United's tactical identity under Carrick has been clear. Press high, transition quickly, and let Bruno dictate the tempo. Against the Forest side fighting for their own place in the top half, United should have enough, but they cannot afford another flat performance. That is a powerful lineup, and with Old Trafford behind them and Casemiro in his last game at home, the atmosphere will be something else. Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. Old Trafford, May 17, 2026. My prediction? Manchester United 3, Nottingham Forest 1. Carrick's side have Champions League football secured. The pressure is off, and now they can play with freedom at home. Bruno Fernandes, in front of his own fans, chasing history. I back him to deliver. Casemiro's farewell will create an electric atmosphere. United will score early and not look back. Forest have quality, but this is Old Trafford. This is a United side that just beat Liverpool 3-2. And if Carrick is announced as permanent manager before or after that game, Old Trafford will be rocking. 3-1 United, final score. Right then, I want to hear from you. Get into the comments right now and tell me. 1. Who should Manchester United prioritise this summer? Éderson, Baleba, Tchouameni or Elliot Anderson? Let's settle the debate. 2. Should Casemiro be given a new contract, even for 1 more year, or is it time to say goodbye? 3. What is your score prediction for United versus Nottingham Forest next weekend? Comment it all down below. The most interesting comments get pinned. I read every single one. Let's get the Reds View community talking. Let's bring it all together. Manchester United news today, and it has been a big one. Bruno Fernandes is the Football Writers' Footballer of the Year 2026. The first United player to win it since Rooney in 2010. What a season. Casemiro, Šeško and Ugarte all missed Sunderland. United drew 0-0. Carrick has confirmed all 3 should be available for the Forest game. The transfer machine is moving. Éderson, Baleba, Tchouameni and Elliot Anderson are all in the picture. This summer rebuild is going to be exciting. And Michael Carrick could be confirmed as the permanent manager as soon as next weekend at Old Trafford. If that happens, Manchester United enter a new era. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Reds View if you have not already. Turn on notifications so you do not miss a single update as this season reaches its climax. This is Reds View. We will see you in the next one.